Your move.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Bemani Lounge Duels IRL. On the left, you have the owner of Bemani Lounge, Femi Akeed. And on the right, you got Raymond, the right-hand man, the admin of the Bemani Lounge, avid shit poster. Okay, let's see. Femi over here is playing True Dracos. He's starting off. He's got terraforming going for the diagram. Draco loves that diagram. They can't get enough of that. Raymond is playing something interesting. He's playing Mystic Mind Burn, which we all know how much we love that deck. But he's playing a little spice in it. He's playing the Timelords in it. So let's see how that fares against Draco, because we all know Draco typically has a pretty good matchup against Mystic Mind. In fact, I'd probably say it's damn near a cakewalk. So Femi has sent his Apocalypse to grave to get the heritage. Let's see how his turn progresses from here. Heritage is coming down. Oh, Draco loves to get that draw. Gonna get himself a fresh new card right there as Raymond stares and wonders what his play is gonna be. This guy Femi with this very maniacal laugh as he, what is that? Ulti duality? Secret duality? Looks pretty sexy over there. So let's see what he rips off of that. A Maiden, a Demise, and a Fossil Dyna. Going for the, oh no, putting the Maiden back? Okay. Pick a card, Femi, any card. Okay, he's going for the Fossil Dyna, putting the Demise back. Very interesting that he didn't choose to go for the Demise. You know, Draco lives and dies by that card. Oh my god. So many times I've had Draco on the ropes for them to just activate Demise and just get 3 cards back into the game. Like, it's kind of busted. Card literally says draw 3. Now we have a normal Fossil Dyna coming down. A set card from Femi. And we have a Disciples of the Draco Phoenix coming down. As Raymond checks to make sure they affect the Fossil Dyna. Fossil Dyna locks you out of special summoning. In fact, it locks everyone out of special summoning as long as it's face up on the field. It also has an effect where kind of if it's flipped, not flipped, but flipped. If it's flipped, then it can destroy all special summon monsters on the field. So Femi chooses to end his turn there. Raymond's going to activate Extravagance. Going to banish his extra deck. I doubt Femi has a response to this. Draco doesn't run any hand traps. We all know that. So, banish your random 6 and get you 2 new cards. 2 new cards to your hand, boy. Okay. Excuse me. Had to take a sip of water. I'm so tired right now. I have so many videos, so much Bemani Lounge content coming for you guys. It's madness. I'm only one man handling all the madness. I can't do it all, bro. Give me some time. And we have a duality coming down from Raymond. Let's see what he rips. Another duality, a Time Lord, and a jar of I forget which jar that is. It's the trap that lets him shuffle back cards from the grave and draw one. Let's see what he adds to hand. As he contemplates and contemplates. Let's go, Raymond. Pick a card. Pick a card. Come on.
I've heard that song in a minute.
He puts the duality back. Okay, now we're down to 2. So it's like multiple choice over here, guys. Okay. Still hasn't made a decision yet. And okay, he's taking the jar. You better be careful there, Raymond, if I'll call you for slow playing. Alright, let's shuffle up and get this match on the road. As he passes the deck back to Femi. As the jar of... I keep thinking it's jar of Avarice. It's not Avarice, right? That'd be so busted if Avarice was back in the game, though. Woo! Shuffle back 5, draw 2 cards. So we have a little coming down, and he's activating the effect in order to pick 3 trap cards from his deck that Femi will then set at random. And we have 2 Evenlies and a Metaverse. He's going to shuffle up for Femi to pick randomly. Now, what's interesting about his deck is that... Well, I guess what's interesting about the Mystic Mind deck is it doesn't function as well as it used to since the Metaverse hit. But you have some dedicated players, I guess, that are still trying to make the deck work. Raymond being one of them, I guess. So, not quite sure what he added to hand, but we're going to have a set 2, set 3, set 4, and a pass from Raymond. Oh, a set 5. My mistake.
playing against the Femi deck.
And we get a draw from Femi.
Femi should be able to beat the Femi deck.
Essentially, I'm gonna go ahead and activate something right now.
I'm in the stand, going in the absolute draw phase.
Yep. When you enter standby phase.
Okay, let's see. On his standby phase, we have a Gozen match flipped, and he's trying to match that with a.
Edit that out, please.
He's trying to match the Gozen match that he flipped with Ojama. I didn't see if that was duo or trio, but unfortunately he can't summon that because of Fossil Dyna. It prevents the Ojamas from being summoned to the board.
Diagram effect.
Looks like Femi's going for the diagram effect, sending disciples to grave in order to get himself a fresh new Draco card. Let's see what he pulls, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, he's gonna add that Ignis to hand, and then he's gonna activate that disciples to pop the Gozen match.
Effect.
And here we go, Draco with their draw shenanigans, using Heritage to get himself a fresh card.
Tribute.
Oh no. He tributes the Heritage to bring Ignis onto the board. Now he's using the Heritage effect to pop another card, and yes, it was Ojama Trio, so Femi's got a lot of board presence here right now. Let's see how Raymond responds to this.
Declare attack.
And Femi is going into battle phase, swinging in for a buttload of damage on Raymond. No response or any way to stop it on his end. Looks like we're going to have a set one. Oh, okay. End of battle phase. So Jar Avarice is activated. And Raymond's going to shuffle back his entire graveyard, get himself a brand new card. And of course, Femi's gonna chain Ignis, cause you know Draco, chain to everything. Oh, you activate that card? I'm gonna chain. Oh, you're trying to do this? Nah, let me get some free advantage, boy.
Drawing one off the effect of Avarice.
Okay.
Main phase too.
Still on end phase.
Let me just turn my headphones up a bit so I can hear what's happening. And his evenly matches met with a solemn judgment. We're still at the end of battle phase here.
So you get 41. I'm at 4K. Main phase too.
41 versus 4K.
Activate disciple.
And that Disciples is going off. He's going to shuffle back some of his Draco cards in order to get himself a brand new draw. Not going to lie, the Recycle Engine of Draco is pretty good. It's Recycle Engine, not to mention the fact that when it spells and traps go to grade, they just pop whatever they like on the field. You know, you take a piece of their board, a piece of their board takes a piece of your board. It's so frustrating and annoying.
Tribute.
When does that Raigeki kind of card come out? That's like a Raigeki plus a Heavy Storm. I can't wait to piss on Draco's grave with that card. So there we have the Card of Demise coming down right after the summon of a Dynamite.
See what happens when we go first, Darnell?
Yeah, I see what happens when we go first, Femi. Draco is still trash.
Draw the turn.
I'm gonna knock that helmet off your head, boy. So Raymond draws for turn.
Oh Lord, this
And we're gonna have a reload activated and a chain of dynamite. This isn't looking too good for Raymond. Draco has full board advantage right now. He might want to scoop it up and go to the next game. But let's see how this plays out.
This ain't my deck. This ain't something I'll be playing on a normal basis. Draw. I need my 3 good ones.
Okay. Pass the deck back. And he's going to get himself some new cards up for reload. I'm not sure how he can get over this. But let's see if he has it, he plays. And we're going to have a set 3 from Raymond. And a pass. Draw from Femi. So right now, all special summons are locked down as long as Fossil Dyna's on the board. So the Ajama cards aren't going to help Raymond too much.
Don't like
As
this
he
card.
clearly points out to the audience. You have Dynamite on the field, Ignis on field.
Activate diagram.
It's a whole lot of power right there.
I'm just gonna go ahead
This
and
is,
activate Warlord.
again, not looking too good. But we have a rivalry being flipped up on the activation of Femi's diagram. So now he's going to have to choose between the Draco monsters or the Fossil Dyna, but of course he's going to chain Ignis and get himself some more advantage! Oh man, all this helmet talk is starting to get to me. I'm starting to feel like Femi. I gotta loosen the strap on this helmet. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm so tired. So we're gonna have a chain of trap tricks to the chain of Ignis, and again we're gonna have a chain of dynamite to the chain of trap tricks. Don't you just love playing against true Dracos, Raymond? So it looks like he's going for the Ojama Trio by banishing another copy and sending one to the field off for trap tricks. And he's added Femi's added Heritage to hand off of Ignis Heat. And it looks like he's sending Fossil Dyna to grave as the chain resolves backwards, and then Rivalry is popped. Rivalry is then popped.
I took over the 39 last time, right?
Sorry, Rivalry. Oh, I believe it was popped off of Disciples being sent to grave off of Diagram. And it looks like Raymond is scooping it up. He has seen enough. We're gonna go to game 2, ladies and gentlemen, and see how this plays out. Game 2, ladies and gentlemen. Raymond has activated Reload. He's gonna mulligan 2, get himself some new cards. Man, it's so hard being a Yu-Gi-Oh commentator. Which one of y'all from the Bemani Lounge wants to step up and take over this job? I mean, I'm cool with it, but at the same time, it's just like, I don't think I'm the greatest at it. So we're gonna have a Lilith coming down, activating his effect to get himself some trap cards. Let's see what he does this time. Probably going for that. Oh, the Metaverse and the Ojama tokens. Okay. As Femi just checks his phone out of pure disrespect for Raymond. You gotta smack him around for that, Raymond. Don't take none of the Femi shenanigans right here.
I think she was sleeping. Like, she was chilling.
So we're gonna have a set 4 from Raymond.
You know, do various things, and well, I was trying to think she's learning that.
And a pass turn as Femi draws for turn. During standby phase. Oh my gosh. Stop your complaining, Femi, and just play the game. Stop your complaining, Femi, just play the game.
Alright, go ahead. Draw face.
The helmet must be cutting all the oxygen to his brain. So Raymond has flipped up Gozen match as well as Ojama Trio. Now, this is what's interesting about this variant of Mystic Mind, which all credit to Femi, this lock was invented by him. So this lock actually prevents your opponent from playing any monsters, essentially. It's a nice way to stall out the game until you get the resources you need off the Mystic Mind deck. But unfortunately, I'm not too sure how good it is against Draco. As soon as they see Diagram, he's just going to plow right through it. So Raymond has drawn, set a card, and pass turn. Femi's prior turn, all he can really do is set some back row and activate Heritage and set 1 monster. So we've come back to on Femi's standby phase. Raymond flips up Rivalry. So we've got kind of a double lock going on here. So Femi can't flip up that face down monster, which I believe is the Fossil Dyna. So if he had flipped that Fossil Dyna, he'd be able to actually clear off all the tokens easily. But Rivalry is actually preventing that from happening. He would have been able to flip it under Gozen because the tokens and the Dyna are all the same attribute. So he's going to activate Pot of Duality. Let's see what he rips. We get a Diagram, which is, I imagine, the card he needed for this situation. A Judgment and another Fossil Dyna. Of course, he's adding the Diagram to hand. So, come on. That helmet's not that tight. Anyways. We have Diagram coming down. And the effect is going off. Let's see if Raymond has a response. No response from Raymond. Sending the Heritage to grave to get himself a fresh new Draco card. And I believe he's added Phoenix to hand. As Heritage goes to grave to pop the Gozen match. Interesting that he chose to pop Gozen first, but okay. And, ooh, responded to with another Gozen match from Raymond. This essentially keeps Femi locked out for the turn. So is this going to be a pass turn? But interestingly enough, even though this lock is pretty formidable, as Raymond draws one sets and passes back to Femi. Even though this lock is pretty formidable, I want to see how Raymond is actually going to capitalize. I know he plays the Time Lords and some burn cards. But if he can't get any advantage, it's only a matter of time until Femi turns this around.
What was that?
Disciples. Disciples. Pop goes.
Cool. What are you gonna do after that? Or is like anything else resolves at this point? Okay, upon
As Disciples go into grave, pops the second goes in match, and another one is flipped. This feels like classic Raymond, to be honest, though. Just this is definitely like a troll like kind of moment on his part. I know he's enjoying this. As Femi sets one
You go.
and passes turn back to Raymond.
set one card, pass.
And we have a set one pass from Raymond as well.
Stand by.
Don't you just love these two decks, man? I know I do. So during the standby phase, as Raymond checks his face downs in his grave to see if he has any plays.
In response to diagram, Jar of Avarice.
Okay, he flips a Jar of Avarice in order to shuffle back his graveyard.
That's the cost, right? That's the target.
No, it's just
I believe they're checking to see if Avarice's effect is if its effect is cost. Okay, looks like Femi's letting it go through. Raymond's gonna get himself a new draw as he shuffles back his whole graveyard.
second. Can you remove like 10 pounds from me? So I can look a little nicer. God damn.
I'm sorry, Raymond. That was a bit mean on my part.
Feel some type of way now. Making me actually lose weight?
Hey man, facts don't lie, truth don't lie.
Yeah, but they
Camera
hurt.
never lies, right? Is that what they say? Camera don't lie.
Okay, guys, let's keep this match going here.
The diagram is on.
So Diagram sending Heritage to grave. He's gonna get himself a brand new Draco card. I can't really see what he pulled, but Heritage is gonna pop the goes in match, and I believe that's all of Raymond's goes in matches. So this lock is definitely softening up. As I was saying before, Raymond really needed to capitalize and take advantage of this, but it just seems like he couldn't get his.
I'm sorry, G.
Excuse me. It just seemed like he couldn't get it. Oh, what is wrong with me? I need some water. It just seems like he couldn't get the cards that he needed to really get in this game. And like I said before, it was only going to be a matter of time until Femi turned this around. As he gets himself a draw. Off a... Wait.
Yep.
As Femi passes turn. Okay.
Draw the
That
turn.
finished, okay.
See, I bet Femi feels pretty good about himself right now. I don't think he did. I don't think he felt this good when he played against me. Got smacked around. You know what I'm saying? We still gotta do that rematch. As a Lilith comes down for Raymond. And Femi's gonna flip up Apocalypse in response. Okay.
Second. Do any effect of Lilith tribute?
Well, hold on. Do you ever? Are you training that to this?
I think they're just trying to decide if he's chaining Lilith's effect to the activation of Apocalypse.
Card is good.
So Raymond's letting it go, I believe. The helmet must really be getting to Femi.
Lilith, right?
Taking quite a bit of time to think right there as he checks all his cards that he has face down. I'm telling you, man, you loosen up the helmet, you'll be able to breathe and think on a level you had never thought on before, Femi. Whew.
Anything else?
Right now, no.
Right now, that sound is so intimidating.
Target is destroyed. For effect.
To half.
So,
Go ahead.
okay, he's tributing the Disciples off of Apocalypse's effect to half all his monsters' attack, and he used Disciples' effect to pop the Rivalry. So I believe Lilith, the chain links there got a little messed up. Lilith's effect should have resolved first, and then I believe Disciple should have popped his back row, but it ultimately doesn't matter in this case. So he's gonna get his 3 cards. I believe I saw 2 Evenlies, which could be the perfect thing that he needs to clear this board. What's interesting about this Mystic Mind deck as well is that if you don't know this ruling, if you have tokens, if your opponent has tokens face up on the field, tokens can't be banished face down. So if you activate evenly, you have to resolve it as much as possible. So even though you can't banish the tokens, you kind of have to banish everything else around it. So you end up essentially losing your entire board anyway. So we're going to have a Fossil Dyna flipped up on Femi's turn. waiting to see if we have a response. And Fossil Dyna's effect is going to clear out the tokens, and Femi's going to take some damage from the destruction, but nothing major.
Why you use them like that?
And doesn't look like a great situation for Raymond to be in right now. He doesn't have a whole lot of advantage. And it looks like Diagram's being activated again.
Waterfall, Dragon Souls. Yep. Boy, what is
Draw
this?
2.
I believe... So he sent Ignis the Grave off of Waterfalls by chaining the Diagram. I'm not quite sure, but that might have been a misplay if he targeted Waterfalls off a Diagram, because Diagram does not target. But we're gonna have Heritage being activated following the summon of Majesty Maiden.
No, for me to draw one.
And Draco keeps drawing, man.
Yeah, literally, I will draw one.
Come on, man. Let Raymond get a few cards, bro. Let him get in this game.
Sack Diagram for Diagram.
And Femi's gonna activate another Diagram. Woo! Draco! Oh, I can't wait to piss on Draco's grave, man. Oh my goodness. I already pissed on his grave when I beat Femi in that first IRL duel. Yo, come get these Yugi hands again, Femi.
Activate.
I'm not even paying attention to what's happening.
I'll be out here frequently.
So I believe we have a Disciples activated. He's going to use the effect to shuffle back 3 Draco cards in order to draw himself a brand new card.
What favorite replay? I don't know what you're talking about.
Again, not looking too good for Raymond in this situation. Unfortunately, we kind of knew this walking in. Mystic Mind just has an awful matchup against Draco, which is why Draco saw an uptick when Mystic Mind was very popular. So we're going to have Disciples tributed in order to bring out Ignis, popping Raymond's final back row card.
It's a battle phase.
And we're going into battle phase and swinging for massive damage. Not quite enough to kill him, but
53.
definitely a lot of work was put in there.
You have 25 left. Oh, sorry, 15 left. Main phase 2.
So going into main phase, we're going to have a set 1 from Femi, set 2,
Here you go.
and a pass turn. And we have a draw from Raymond. With only 2 cards in hand and a full board from Draco. Not looking too good.
Loan you a card demise, would that help?
Yeah, you really should loan him that demise. And that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. Raymond has seen enough. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Bemani Lounge Duels IRL. Decided to have a little bit of fun with this one. Stay tuned to our channel. We're gonna have a lot more of these coming up. If you're a member of the Bemani Lounge and would like to be part of these, let us know. Even if you're not, let us know. And also be sure to join one of our online WIGO Pro tournaments on Thursdays and Sundays. And as always, enjoy your time in the lounge, guys.